Hello, I'm Kurt from the Philippines. I'm currently working for Gawad Kalinga, Quezon City. It is a local team of a non-government organization called Gawad Kalinga. It literally means to give care. I currently work under the banner of the youth and volunteer mobilization and special projects like projects for hunger and whatnot. Basically, the organization where I'm involved into is a of all the things that is related to the problem we were trying to address. We are a nation building organization geared towards ending poverty to 5 million Filipino families by 2024. Um, in my years of being in this organization, in my 1 year of being fully committed into this mission by being a full-time worker right after my graduation, I have come to realize, see, and understand the unique approach of Gawad Kalinga to poverty. We do not look at poverty as something related to economic resources. We believe this is not a crisis in economic resources. We look at poverty as a crisis in values. We look at poverty as a crisis of Filipino values. I could still vividly recall one of the major concepts taught to us in elementary is this concept called bayanihan. Bayanihan is a Filipino word used to encapsulate that tradition of Filipinos of coming together as one community to help another member. Um, Bayanihan nowadays is somewhat something that needs to be emphasized again. And it is just so sad that as we continuously educate our younger generations of this very same concept, the problem still exists. The problem of having 21% of your population being still in poverty still exists. That's about 3 million Filipino families living in our country, striving to survive every single day. The problem still exists. And we believe that poverty starts when the culture of caring and sharing ends. And I recall this very special opportunity that I had a dialogue with my friend. He was the breadwinner of his family. And um, right now, he is a social entrepreneurship scholar of our organization. And he shared to me his story. He shared to me his story of survival. He shared to me that one day in his struggle for surviving in his daily life, it came to a point that selling himself was an option. It came to a point that he had to make it an option for him to feed his family. And that got me bothered. That got me very that got me ask that got me to ask myself, how could this person of my same age experience this much? How could a person that I call to as my fellow Filipino, how could this person that I call to as person that I could connect to experience this much at this very young age? It daunted unto me the two faces of Filipino youth. It daunted unto me the two realities of one generation. And that is the problem that we would want to focus on. And this program, the YSEALI program, is very much touched that strand in my heart again in solving this disconnect between two social classes. And I didn't even want to say it as two social classes because I want to believe we're one Filipino youth. And that is the dream. That is the dream that we would want to pursue. That is the dream that we would want to be challenged upon. To have that single face of Filipino youth geared towards moving forward without leaving anyone behind. Um, we had this great opportunity by being in this program to be taught of the essential things I need in my project. One of which is that we emphasized on how to create a powerful message. We emphasized on how to create that message that would inspire others. And we also had this very great opportunity to be in a convocation of storytellers in Ignite ASU's event. And what really inspired me, what really touched me is that in this simple event, they just simply shared stories. They just shared stories that did not only inspire, but inspired action. And this is something that I have been looking for and have posed another challenge in me. And I began to ask myself again and I began to imagine my friend. I began to imagine my friend up on that stage telling his own story, telling his story that inspired me to go into this quest, go onto his journey, go with him in his journey, and imagine him telling that story to more Filipino youth, to my other friends that have been focusing their lives on making their lives better, in passing exams, in having a great career, in having a luxurious life, and listen to this other friend that is working hard every day to make ends meet. How much inspiration, how much power could that story be? And that inspired me to work more on this project when I go back to the Philippines and create that avenue for these stories to be shared, these stories to bridge, to act as a catalyst, to act as a catalyst of change within these two parties and to act as a catalyst for progress. And I believe we could only meet these two realities, two distinct, very distinct and totally different realities into one by again going back to the lessons taught to us ever since we were in elementary. And that is bayanihan. And bayanihan could start by having that or by listening to that single story of my friend or any other Filipino striving to make ends meet and striving to make our country better eventually. As I end, this program has taught me a lot. This program helped me embrace other cultures. This program nurtured my love for this mission, nurtured my passion in serving the poor, in serving the least lost and the forgotten. This program um, inspired me to not only to work on things, to work on these times where um, our divisions, to work on a time where our divisions have been emphasized and um, our action towards that same narrative of our divisions being emphasized is to truly celebrate the things that makes us all united. Maybe that's the main takeaway I would have in this program is that to as we embrace different cultures, as we face in our everyday lives that emphasis on our divisions, let us concentrate more and let us celebrate the things that unite us most. Thank you.